What is going on, everybody? It's Reg G here, bringing you another video here for the channel. It's been quite some time. A little bit of a life update since when? Since November? That's crazy. It's been 2 months. Let's see what's happened since November. Competed in Sacramento, didn't do good. Graduated college, had the holidays, fantastic time with the family, Raging Lady, everybody. Right after the holidays, me and Raging Lady got sick for 2 weeks, and now we're here at the end of January trying to figure out moving and post-graduation life and all of that. So it's been crazy. I've missed you guys, but I'm happy to be back here making videos, making content once again. We are going to be doing some more streams and all that as well. So we've got a lot of things to look forward to here. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop into the topic of today's video, which is going to be a little bit of speculation. I want to see where we're going to post Regulation G. Regulation HI, I guess technically it would be Regulation I. Personally, in my opinion, I think that we are going to the dual restricted mode. We don't have too much time left in the Scarlet Violet lifetime, according to previous Pokemon timelines, which is 3 years, and we get a new generation, which means here in 2025 we should be looking forward to Generation 10, or perhaps VGC moving to Legends ZA. However, VGC did not move to Legends Arceus, as that was a single-player only game, but we don't know anything about Legends ZA right now until probably next month for Pokemon Day. Speaking of which, Pokemon Day is coming up. It is less than a month away. Super hyped for the news that might be coming. But for Regulation I, whatever it may be, I do think it'll be dual restricteds because A, we haven't done that yet. B, they always do GS Cup, which is dual restricteds, gimmick included. So, 2 restricteds, terrestrialization, just like it was for the last year of Sword and Shield's lifetime. They did that for, the whole season from the first tournament in January all the way through Worlds. Obviously, they're not doing that this time, which makes you think we might have a little bit longer in Scarlet Violet's lifetime. I don't know for sure. But yeah, so dual restricted mode. What could be good? What will be bad? I think first and foremost, the restricteds that are good now in Regulation G obviously will continue to be good moving forward. But like Sword and Shield, when you get to restricteds, you get a lot more leeway in how the restricted plays. It's not the sole, keystone to your team. It has to do all the damage, all the offense. You get a little bit more wiggle room. So I think Pokemon like Lunala, Palkia, Dialga, as well as perhaps Reshiram. It was really good with Dynamax, but it's still got really good natural bulk and a really high special attack stat. But yeah, so these restricteds that are like considered B or C tier right now, they take a lot of work to get going, but once they're going, they're good. We'll have a lot more room to play. So I think a good duo, probably like Koraidon Lunala. Koraidon with the sun and all that does really well with more supportive restricteds like Lunala. Groudon Lunala in past years saw a lot of success, and now Koraidon, I think, being just that one tier above Groudon, Koraidon Lunala, I think looking to be a really good pair. Just the super strong restricteds together, like Miraidon and one of the horses, or Koraidon and one of the horses. If you want to go a full Trick Room, Kali Ice, Palkia was good in Sword and Shield, so we could see some Palkia, Kali Ice. Palkia Origin is faster with that Water Dragon typing, so you could probably do Hyper Offense with Palkia Origin, and one of the, probably Kali Shadow. You don't really want to overlap on typing. I don't think you would play that with Miraidon or Koraidon, because that's a lot of Fairy Week, and Flutter Mane exists now. So there's that. Zamazenta seeing a lot of play in Sword and Shield, not a lot of play in Sword and Shield, but a lot of play in Scarlet Violet. More of a supportive restricted, wide guard, coaching, gets those kinds of things. You could see Koraidon Zamazenta, Terapagos Zamazenta. Terapagos, I don't know how it's going to do in dual restricteds because it likes to hog the Terra, which is not that flexible. So it can leave a lot of Pokemon like Koraidon exposed to the Fluttermane Moonblast, or, you know, Miraidon exposed to the Fluttermane Moonblast. It takes away weather and terrain. So Groudon, Kyogre, Koraidon, Miraidon not doing good when Terapagos terastallizes. So I'm a little skeptical of Terapagos when Regulation I hits. But that's kind of just an overview. I wanted to go through a team concept, something that I am thinking of, because I'm a Koraidon player. We have Koraidon. It does really well with Raging Bolt. Fluttermane, obviously, because of the photosynthesis boost that it gives. And then you have a Pokemon like Calyrex Shadow that does really well with the Rillaboom and Incineroar support. And obviously, this is not like a solid 6. You could also perhaps do a Clefairy, get some redirection here. Ogerpon Hearthflame does really well with Calyrex and in the Sun. So I think these two that don't overlap on any type, they go faster. You could put in a Whims for speed control. You could do Icy Wind Fluttermane. I think that these 6, you know, as well as some of those other that I mentioned, are going to be a really, really solid team going into a dual restricted format on the hyper offense side. And I think the reason that being is there's no type overlap on Koraidon and Calyrex. In certain matchups, you could terastallize Calyrex. In certain matchups, you could terastallize Koraidon. In certain matchups, you could Terra your Raging Bolt or your Incineroar if you needed to. That would probably be a very niche scenario. With 2 restricteds, they really like to take the generational gimmick, whether that be a Z-move, a Dynamax, or a terastallization. So I think that these two, going fast, Fluttermane, Icy Wind support, dual Fake Out support, you can do setup on either Calyrex or Koraidon. They get Swords Dance or Bulk Up or Nasty Plot and Calm Mind, respectively. So they really love that Fake Out cycle. As well, you can find techs. Koraidon did super good at the San Antonio Regional. One with like what was it? It was a Ditto, copying opposing Calyrex Shadows or opposing Venusaurs. There was a Koraidon team with Venusaur that did really well with that speed control, putting things to sleep. So Sun is just really strong. And I think moving into Regulation I, Rain is still going to be weaker because there's 2 Sunsetters now. You get both Koraidon and Miraidon. You get both Koraidon and Groudon. So much Dawn. As well as you get only 1 Rain Setter in the Kyogre, and the Kyogre hates the Koraidon and Miraidon matchup. That's why I wanted to say Miraidon. Koraidon and Miraidon both love the Kyogre matchup. They make Kyogre sad. Terapagos makes Kyogre sad. It takes his weather. So I think Sun is going to be primo weather moving into Regulation I. So I think that's kind of where we're going. As far as VGC goes, we're going to have a lot of meta shakeup. There's going to be a lot of restricted pairings that work well together. There's going to be a lot more niche ones that people will find. There was a lot of surprises out of dual restricted in Sword and Shield. That's when I remember like people were like, oh, Zacian, Calyrex, Kyogre, like those are the 3 good ones. And then Groudon saw so much success. Joseph Ugarte took Groudon to a lot of top placements. I don't know if he ever got a regional win in Sword and Shield. I don't remember. It was too long ago. But he did really well with that. Lunala saw a lot of success. Calyrex, Ice, and Palkia saw a lot of success. Even Dialga and Reshiram were up there. There was a lot of surprise picks, and I think Scarlet and Violet is going to be no different. Even with the new toys to play with in Koraidon, Miraidon, and Terapagos, a lot of these older restricteds are holding up. There was a lot of Groudon success at San Antonio Regionals as well. Calyrex Ice took off for some reason, probably in response to all the Miraidon that were doing well. But yeah, with dual restricteds, like Calyrex, Shadow can even run a more supportive set, slap the Sash back onto it, fast Will-O-Wisp, fast Snarl, keep this Koraidon safe. And with 1 special attacking restricted and 1 physical attacking restricted, you don't have to worry about one of your physical restricteds being weak to Intimidate. It gets to hold on to that clear amulet. This isn't saying that Koraidon, Calyrex, Ice would be weak. You know, you could run... Koraidon can run different items. It's not locked into clear amulet, like I think a lot of people think it is. Yeah, I think there could be better items for Koraidon in the dual restricted. Could probably see some success with some bulk on Koraidon. That Assault Vest looking mighty fine for a stat spread like this. Really good natural bulk. And just such a high natural attack stat that gets amplified, gets a Life Orb boost in the sun. So it doesn't really matter if you're clicking Life Orb boosted, Fire boosted, Sun boosted, Flare Blitzes is going to do a lot of damage even if you don't have a lot of attack investment. So yeah, those are my thoughts on where we're going with Regulation I. Obviously, with the Switch 2 announced, Legends ZA news coming next month, Generation 10 perhaps around the corner. We don't really know where it's going to be going from here. After Regulation I, 2025 Worlds being held, is it Anaheim this year? I can't remember. It's Anaheim one of the years. They're both in California. But we'll see. We'll probably get news after Worlds. Maybe we'll get the Gen 10 announcement in August and it'll come out in 26. We might have another year with Scarlet and Violet. Who knows? Legends ZA could shake everything up because of Pokemon Home connectivity. We don't really know where we're going after Regulation I, but I bet with all of my soul, okay, probably not all of my soul, scratch that from the record, please, that we are going to dual restricteds here. And that's starting in April. Regulation G plays through April. I could probably look it up real quick, but I'm not going to. I'm pretty sure it's April, which means that NAIC and World specifically are being held in a format that is not Regulation G. And that's the biggest reason for me wanting to make this video and this speculation, is because those are the two biggest tournaments of the year. NAIC and Worlds are huge, and they're not going to be played in Reg G. They're going to be played in a format that we have not played before. We'll probably get one regional in May. Is there a regional in May? I can't remember. One regional in May where people will be testing for NAIC. We'll get NAIC in Reg I, whether it's dual restricted or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's dual restricted. And then there's Worlds. And then after that, you know, we'll see where we're going. But these two huge tournaments are played in not Regulation G. And then we're not going back to Reg H. All of you restricted legendary haters out there. Reg H is over. RIP Archaladon and Sneasler. You were missed because Reg H was fun. But this is where we're going. So, thanks so much, everybody, for watching. If you stuck around this long, make sure to hit that like button and that sub button. We are going to be bringing a lot more Pokemon content here now that I am a lot less busy with life. Graduating college is crazy how much free time it will open up for you. But yeah, thanks everybody so much for watching. I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.